Singapore Indoor Stadium, this magnificent auditorium that has played host to the likes of David Bowie, Coldplay and the Black Eyed Peas, tonight plays host to the biggest event in Muay Thai history. Welcome to the finale of the Contender Asia. Hello everybody, I'm Michael Chavello, joined as always by my verbal sparring partner, former cruiserweight Muay Thai champion Mark the Hammer Castanini. We started 15 weeks ago when 16 of the world's finest Muay Thai fighters converged here in Singapore. At stake, the biggest prize purse ever offered, $150,000 and the Contender Asia belt. Tonight, after a grueling elimination process, we are down to the final two. Australia's gunslinger John Wayne Parr takes on the Thai phenom Yodsanklai. Hammer, any way you look at this is history in the making here tonight.
Well, it certainly is history in the making, Michael, and I'm so proud to be involved in what will be the jewel in the crown for Muay Thai. The single biggest Muay Thai event ever is happening right here tonight, and what a stellar lineup we are going to see.
Folks, we've got a stacked card for you before we get to that main event between Dzhabar and Yodsanklai. It kicks off with the local favourite Zigzag Khan taking on, well, his nemesis Zidov from earlier on in the series. If you remember that fight, Zigzag popped out his shoulder against Zidov, but tonight Zigzag finally gets the chance to showcase his beautiful Muay Thai ability against the very resilient Zidov. Hammer, finally, Zach Khan, the pressure is on him in front of his home audience. How's he going to handle it? Well,
Zach is now, I suppose, the single most well-known fighter to come out of Singapore thanks to the Contender Asia. Tonight, he's going to showcase his skills.
Folks, the next match can only be described as a grudge match between two guys who genuinely don't like each other. Dzhabar from the UAE takes on Rafik, Bakkouri, the bad boy from France. This one it will get nasty.
It certainly will get nasty, and whenever there's a emotionally charged fight like this one, sometimes the fighters get in there, they're so geared up, they're so emotionally charged, the technique and skill goes a little bit out the window. But whatever way you cut it, it's going to be a war.
And folks, our main event, the one the whole world has been waiting for, John Wayne Parr, the gunslinger from Australia, takes on the 22-year-old Thailand phenom Yodsanklai. The two best fighters, no doubt, have made it through to the final here tonight. It is a rematch that has been 2.5 years in the making, and Hammer, any way you cut it, it is a blockbuster marquee matchup for our main event to determine who will become the first ever Contender Asia champion.
Well, it's going to be a marquee matchup, blockbuster, whatever word you want to put on it. This Contender Asia final is going to have it.
But the bad news coming from Australia, John Wayne Parr's father diagnosed with terminal cancer, only weeks to live, the doctors say. On the flip side of that, Angie Parr, Wayne's wife, is expecting their second child, a little boy, any day now, perhaps even tonight. How are those two factors playing emotionally and mentally on JW's preparation for the biggest fight of his life?
Look, Michael, I can't begin to imagine what is going through the head of John Wayne Parr. I've spoken to him and kept in close contact with him in the weeks leading up to this fight. He's had a lot to deal with. He's used to having his dad ringside for all of his main fights. Tonight, of course, because of his illness, his father can't be ringside. My heart says, John Wayne Parr, let's hope you can do it. My head says, Yodsanklai, who can touch him? Who can touch Yodsanklai? It's going to be down to the final.
It will indeed. Who will go home $150,000 richer? Who will win that lifetime membership to Fitness First? And most importantly, who will be crowned the first ever Contender Asia champion? Earlier this week, we caught up with both John Wayne Parr and Yodsanklai to see how they were preparing for tonight's main event.
I'm almost 32. In Muay Thai years, I'm pretty ancient. And if I can pull it off and beat such a great fighter like Yodsanklai, the prize money is going to help set me up for the future. Hopefully, be remembered as one of the Muay Thai greats of this era. I've been in Singapore training up for the final the last few days. It's hard being away from my family, but it's also good because it gives me a chance to just focus on the fight that's at hand. Even though I'm so far away from home, it's good to have the laptop there and to be in touch and to not feel so lonely. I can talk to my wife on the computer, I can see her face, and I can see my daughter as well.
Do you want to say hi to somebody?
Hi Daddy, good luck for your fight.
Hey, thank you.
I love you so much.
Program with Skype, It's so easy, just a couple of clicks. You can have a live webcam with your wife and family and just sit there in the lounge room, just talk, and it's just like they're in the next room. If you can go and see Dad, that'd be awesome. And then
yeah, I'll bring the webcam and we'll go on Skype and we'll do it.
Easy. Yeah, that'd be cool. So a lot of stuff's happened since the semi-finals. My wife's now only 3 weeks away from having a little boy. My dad has also been diagnosed with terminal cancer. The roller coaster that I'm going through right now is very demanding. Training crazy this morning, so I've got one more session tonight.
You're gonna train tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe one more tomorrow morning and then lose a little bit of weight. My dad's my ultimate motivation. I got to do this for him. He's my #1 fan, and I got to do my best to make him proud of me before he dies.
I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
ผมเตรียมตัวดีมากครับไฟนี้แล้วก็แต่ก่อนนี้ก็ไม่ได้ฟิตซ้อมหนักขนาดนี้ครับพอมางวดนี้เหมือนมันจะเปลี่ยนชีวิตผมก็ต้องซ้อมหนักกว่าเดิมแล้วก็ติวเข้มกว่าเดิมครับเพราะฉะนั้นตอนนี้ผมก็รู้สึก101%ครับทีผมก็ได้ยินข่าวพ่อของจอห์นเวนป่วยหนักครับแล้วก็จอห์นเวนเขาหวังรางวัลนี้เพื่อพ่อแต่สำหรับผมมาไฟนอลครั้งนี้ผมก็เพื่อแม่ด้วยครับแล้วเป็นแรงบันดาลใจให้ทั้งคู่เลยครับฮัลโหลเดี๋ยวไฟนอล2 คนสุดท้ายนี้ได้ทีวีจอแบนครับของซัมซุงครับ40 นิ้วครับใหญ่มากครับพอได้รับปั๊บแล้วก็ไปถึงที่เมืองไทยครับถึงที่เมืองไทยแม่ผมก็ภูมิใจครับแม่เห็นแล้วแม่ก็ภูมิใจครับ
ถ้าบ่มีลูกคนนี้แม่ก็บ่ได้มานี่บ่มานั่งอยู่จุดนี้
น้องที่ผมทำมาเพื่อเจ้านะ
ใจลูกหลาย
Introducing first of all via Thailand, he is a world champion, Yodsanklai.
เงินรางวัลนี้ครับ150,000